Vaishnavi'S Academy, and I am back with my new video of class 10th science chemical reactions and equations. Before proceeding, first we have to know some basic things. Those are chemical changes. In chemical changes, we have change in state, change in color, change in temperature, and evolution of gas. For change in state, we can take the example of candlestick. In candle, we see that before burning the candle, the wax present in candle is in solid state, and after burning, it turns into liquid. Then for change in color, let us take KMNO4 and water. Then the color of the water turns into purple, but when we add lemon juice to the solution, the color fades away. This shows changes in color, and this is also a chemical change. Then for change in temperature, we have dilute sulfuric acid, and when we add zinc granules to it, the bubbles of hydrogen start appearing, and this shows change in temperature. For evolution of gas also, when we have dilute hydrochloric acid plus zinc granules, we see the bubbles of hydrogen and zinc granules settle down. Here we have to remember that for evolution of gas, we have dilute hydrochloric acid, whereas change in temperature, we have dilute sulfuric acid. And a chemical reaction can be accompanied by any or all of these reactions. That means in a chemical change or reaction, we can have change in state, change in color, change in temperature, evolution of gas, or all of these together. A chemical change is always accompanied by a chemical reaction. But what is this reaction? Reaction is the term used for depreciating a change or transformation in which a substance decomposes, combines with other substances, or interchanges constituents with other substances. I am going to repeat it. Reaction is the term used for depreciating a change or transformation in which a substance decomposes, combines with other substance, or interchanges constituents with other substances. Now, we have types of reactions. There are many types of reactions like combination reactions, exothermic reactions, endothermic reactions, decomposition reactions, displacement reactions, double displacement reactions, etc. etc. So, first, combination reaction. What is combination reaction? In combination reaction, when two or more reactants combine to form one single product. Here we have two or more reactants which combine together and form a single product. In combination reaction, we have exothermic reaction. Exothermic, which means release of heat. So, the definition of exothermic is also related to that itself. In exothermic reaction, heat gets released in the reaction. Most combination reactions are exothermic reaction. And another type of combination reaction is endothermic reactants. Heat is absorbed in the reaction. Meaning of endothermic is absorption of heat. So heat is absorbed in the reaction, and very few combination reactions are endothermic reactions. Then decomposition reaction. Here this decomposition reaction is completely opposite to combination reaction, because in decomposition reaction, one single reaction breaks into several simpler products. Here in combination reaction, we had combining, and in decomposition, breaking down. Displacement reaction. So in displacement reaction, what is meant by displace? Displace is the meaning of displace is take off the place or position, and here also it means the same. In displacement reaction, a more reactive metal can displace a less reactive metal from their compounds in aqueous solution. What is aqueous solution? Of or containing water, like water or watery. So here let us take a displacement reaction example, because this you are very familiar because you have studied in class 8th and 7th. Like iron, when we drop an iron thing in aqueous solution, that is watery solution of copper sulfate, reddish brown precipitate is formed. This shows the iron displaces copper. Why iron displaces copper? Because iron is more reactive than copper. Then, however, a less reactive metal cannot displace a more reactive metal. Double displacement reaction. What is double displacement reaction? Exchange of ions occurred between two compounds is called as double displacement reactions. When the aqueous solution of two compounds react by changing their respective ions such that one of the products formed is insoluble salt and appears in the form of precipitate, the reaction is said to be precipitation reaction. What is precipitation reaction? When the aqueous solution of two compounds react by exchanging their respective ions such that one of the products formed is insoluble salt and appears in the form of precipitate, the reaction is said to be precipitation reaction. When an acid solution reacts with a base and two exchange their respective ions such that only salt and water are the products, then the reaction is called neutralization reaction. Is this word familiar? Yes, neutral, which we had also learned in our lower classes, that neither acid nor alkaline. Neutralization means making something ineffective. So here when acid and base reacts with each other and the two exchange their respective ions such that only salt and water are the products, then the reaction is called neutralization reaction. When two compounds react with each other and displace their ions in such a manner that one of the product formed either decomposes in gaseous compounds or is formed in gaseous state, then the reaction is called gas forming reaction. It is also very simple, as in this it is decomposes into gaseous state or is formed in it decomposes into gaseous compound or is formed into gaseous state. So when two compounds react with each other and displace their ions in such a manner that one of the product formed either decomposes into gaseous compounds or is formed into gaseous state, then the reaction is called gas forming reaction. Now, oxidation. What is oxidation? When a substance gains oxygen or loses hydrogen. There are two conditions. Either a substance should gain oxygen or lose hydrogen, then it is called as oxidation. Oxidation in every life. There are some examples of oxidation in every life, like corrosion. When a metal is oxidized by action of air and moisture, like the iron gets rust. So this is called corrosion, and this is also an example of oxidation. That's why metals are coated. And rancidity. When fats and soils are oxidized, they smell and taste change. That's why food is kept in an airtight container. Reduction. When one substance loses oxygen or gains hydrogen. Reduction, we commonly know that reducing something. So here it is also completely opposite of oxidation. In oxidation we have gaining of oxygen and losing of hydrogen, and in reduction we lose oxygen and gain hydrogen. And what is redox? Redox is oxidation and reduction considered together as complementary process. Redox means oxidation and reduction considered together as complementary process. Now, chemical equations. How to balance a chemical equation and what are balanced chemical equations we are going to study. In balanced chemical equations, reactants are equal to products, means LHS is equal to RHS. Total number of atoms on the LHS side are equal to total number of atoms on the RHS side. But how to balance an equation? Write reactants and products. Then balance max number of particular atom on both sides. Balance other atoms. A complete balanced equation should look like this. Is an example. COG plus 2H2G gives 340 atom, which is equal to CH3OH1. Now we have one question that is which was asked in previous year board examination, that is, write any two observation in an activity which may suggest that a chemical reaction has taken place. Give example in support of your answer. Answer. A chemical change can be observed by any of the following observations, like change in state, change in color, change in temperature, and evolution of gas. So, for example, calcium oxide reacts vigorously with water to produce calcium hydroxide. During this process, a large amount of heat is also evolved, which increases the temperature of the system. This confirms that a chemical reaction has taken place, and that chemical formula is below. CaOS plus H2O gives out CaOH2, which is an aqueous solution. Calcium oxide plus water gives calcium hydroxide. Also, when calcium carbonate is heated, it decomposes to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So, CaCO3S gives, it is an example of decomposition reaction. The above one was example of combination reaction, and the below one is an example of decomposition reaction. That is CaCO3, when we split or break out, we get CaOS plus CO2G. Calcium carbonate, when we break or when it decomposes, it gives out calcium oxide plus calcium dioxide. In this reaction, calcium carbonate breaks down to form calcium oxide and calcium dioxide. Here evolution of the gas carbon dioxide confirms that a chemical reaction has taken place. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please like, share, comment below that videos, and if you have any doubt in this concept, you can ask me below in the comment section and I'll clear them. And also comment that which type of videos do you want next. And if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel and